What's good, beautiful people? It's another segment of The Candid Show, and today we're going to be talking to a beautiful girl. Her name is Whitney Akinyi. I can't wait to hear what the conversation is going to be about. So, hi, Whitney.
Hi, Samantha.
Introduce yourself. She's very jovial, by the way. She's very bubbly. We've just been laughing.
The whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
So, my name is Whitney Akinyi. I do a lot of things. So should I tell you everything I do?
Yeah, tell us everything. Tell us everything. I don't know. How do you like it?
You know, I'm a Luo.
Tell us everything. Tell us everything.
So I am an entrepreneur. And I have a couple of businesses. I actually have 3 at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The vision is big.
The vision.
So one of the businesses I have is with my friends. It's called Bodeko. We sell swimwear and basically women's clothing.
Yeah.
And the other one is I sell planners. I'm very big on planning myself. And the other one that I have is called Levitate. It's basically about inspiring young people through personal development and financial literacy. So we just want to be able to provide accessible and affordable information to the young people.
So basically, out of your 3 things that you do currently, what is your, where do you stand? Is it like everything?
Levitate.
Just
It's
leveling up.
Yeah, is it Levitate. I really focus so much time and energy on the company Levitate because I have such a huge vision when it comes to empowering young people. You know, we keep talking about the future is tomorrow, but here it is now. Like back when I was in high school 5 years ago, we were asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah. And the 5 years is now. So it's easy for you to go through life in the motion and not really be present and not really live up to your full potential. Like it's so easy to do that. Like
it's actually so easy to relax and
it's comfort zone. It's really easy, and that's one of my biggest fears: comfort.
So you're always seeking discomfort. Oh my God.
Always.
So where do you do this? Is it an everyday thing, or is this something you preach as you walk, or where do you do it? Social media?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel actually, and I basically talk about the same financial education.
Plug your YouTube channel. What's your YouTube
Whitney
channel?
Akinyi. Is this Whitney Akinyi and everything? Whitney Akinyi. You know?
So what
Why
content?
am I hyping myself?
What content did you create?
I just basically do, like I've said, everything to do with personal development and financial education. Like if I learn something about, let's say, how to level up on LinkedIn, I'll teach you guys that. If I learn how to trade in stocks, I'll teach you guys that. Like that's just what I do. I learn, teach. And I really find a lot of joy in that whole process because some people just really need someone else to show them the way, you know. Because even as much as I'm doing my own research, I would have loved if someone was actually there to show me, okay, when you're trading in stocks, don't do this, don't do that. When you're doing this, you know, when it's Forex, forget this. Like, sometimes you get to a point in your life where you're tired of making the mistakes. You just want someone to actually be there and hold your hand. Mentorship. And it's really hard getting mentorship. I don't know if it's just in Kenya or maybe some of us don't know the right people, or we're not putting ourselves out there enough, you know, because I believe that mentorship is one thing that so many people lack right now. And I just want to be able to be that person people can go to. You know, it's mentorship in business, finance,
they just
like just hit me up. I got you.
Which is, I get what you mean by like it's not something that is really cultivated in our culture. People don't want to share knowledge because maybe they feel like they're going to be like there's a lot of competition without thinking of the end goal at the end of the day.
It's an ego problem.
So have you always been like this? Like, have you always been a helper? Have you always been focused? Because you're talking about things, I'm just like, okay, baby girl, okay.
No, okay, like. What I can say is when I was in high school, I used to fail. I used to fail. Like I was those girls. I had tuition for everything. I swear every subject. Hadi, the Kiswahili teacher told my dad, you can't give tuition in Kiswahili. As in,
they've given up on you.
Don't force. You know, but my dad was like, no, just try, help us. So, like in school, I'd say I was in those cliques in school. You know, those girls, And then you're those girls and then you're failing. So I was demoralized, I'd say. But at the end of KCSE, I got a good grade. I got a B+.
Wow.
I think that was the turning point for me, because I was like, okay, so I can actually do it. Because I feel like for like
that's a different story. Like I normally think someone gets out of that space and then now you come out of like my story would be I came out into a different space and I'm just like, okay, kumbe I can be like this, kumbe I know how to do things, kumbe I can be smart, I can be the person someone asks questions. So when you talk like that, I really understand like what you're trying to explain. So what actually motivated you to go this path of like telling people about their finances, financial freedom, wanting to even start businesses? Like, what made you start your first business?
Hey, I've started so many businesses. Let me just start from there. But what made me start my first business was the fact that I really value independence. Like, as a woman, you should just have your own money. You know, we tend to say, you know, my guy should get me this, you should get me that, but no way. Because, you know, these men, and I'm not saying they're shit, but I'm not saying...
We have not said anything.
They're not.
We love the men, we love the
men.
But
if you're at a better place in your life where you can afford the luxury that you want, I don't think anyone will walk into your life and treat you anyhow. You know, you'll even accord yourself a lot of self-respect. That's just how I see it. So I was like, you know what? I want to start my own business. I want to make my own money. Because at the same time, I don't want to ask my dad for money all throughout. You know, like he's done enough, honestly. You know, you can't just be depending on it for all your life. So I was like, okay, let me start this. So I started it with my friends. It didn't do well. I started another one. It didn't do well. God.
So you tried several times. I feel like my fear is just starting something and then it fails. Like, especially if it's a business, that means that it's public. Because theatre unajuzia, you have to, you know, sell to other people. So in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to start something and fail. Like, utambia nini watu, honestly. So what I want you to tell me, what are these businesses you started and what are the lessons that you learned from even starting and failing? Okay, so the first business that I started was crocheting. You know, there was a point in time where crochet stuff were really the in thing. That time in high school, I did agriculture. Oh my God. So I had to learn how to shona, to crochet. I was on YouTube every single day. One thing about me is I'm very dedicated. Like once I start something, I don't know if I just get obsessed over the whole process of starting and seeing it till completion. I know that feeling.
So I'm just like, every day my dad's asking me, what is this you're doing? How am I lazy kushona? Because honestly, it was not working out. It was not, I didn't know how to. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Kenyatta Market and tell one of those, you know, salonists, you know what, just shona for me, how much? You know. So I got her, but then at the end of all that whole process, selling was also another issue. Because, you know, you can have the best product ever, but if you don't know how to market, that's an issue. So we gave up on that one. Not really gave up, but, you know, just put it on the side.
You're just like, so we'll try later.
It was my best friend and I. So we ventured into the next one. The next one was shipping in clothes from China. So we brought in jackets with strainers. Now, then the problem was we didn't know the sizes. So Chinese small, I don't know, Chinese medium is our small.
Okay.
So guys were like, you know, I'm interested, you know, so just bring, I'll buy. So we ordered, then the jacket reaches, just, it could not fit anyone. Like I had to give my baby sister, first of all.
Wow.
There were strainers we got like, we had someone who used to pay a deposit of 50 bob per week to pay a strainer worth 1,500.
Is that like a payment plan?
Yeah, you know, at that time we're just from high school. She was also from high school. She's like, me, I don't have money, but I can pay you 50 bob per week. I'm like, okay, let's work with that. So she paid till 500. The restrainers come. She's like, honestly, I can't raise the other 1,000. Give me back the 500. How now?
Sasa.
How?
And already the waist trainers are not even working.
Me, I can't even. So there was so many issues that I faced that I can see, but I've always been a relentless person, honestly. So that one didn't work out because clearly we didn't know how to ship. So ventured into the next one. We ventured into food vending. So we'd get events. That was the best. I swear that was the best. We started with Kianda school. Went to the sports day. We made cupcakes. We made caramel popcorn. We made strawberry lemonade, like from scratch. Oh my God! It's just YouTube and the kitchen.
And mixing.
Hey, mixing. What?
And hoping and praying.
Exactly, hoping nothing backfires. So it worked out. And we sold. On that particular day, we made over 40,000. And I was like, okay.
For real?
40,000. We were like 19, 18. I was like, okay, I think this is it.
And how many people were you?
We were 3.
Wow.
I was like, you know what, this is it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That's when you knew like business is the thing.
I was like, hey, why? That time I was like, you know, hey, my daughter. I'm like, okay, so you like this?
So what did you do after that?
After that, we got into more events. But then it gets to a point where, you know, you get overexcited, so you stop seeing some loopholes and red flags. Like there's a time we had an event in Strathmore on Saturday. Then we decided, let's go for another event on Sunday. Oof, we were burnt out. We had potatoes. We had not cut them. We didn't even have the machine. So we got to the venue. The demand for the fries was there, but the manpower was not. Like, you know, hatujazoea kuchonga na kukata haraka haraka. Even frying, like the clients would come and tell us, wait till the oil is hot enough so you can put, like they were coming to help us. It was that bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. Then thereafter, we ventured into events. Like I've done an event. I did an event
like
last year.
You've done an event. What is the name of the event?
It was called the Ikigai Festival. I had Ethic and Rono, the lineup. And at that point, I was like, you know what? No one can tell me anything.
Yeah.
1,000 people are going to show up. I'm going to make $1 million.
How's the business?
Well, let's just say you saying Ethic and Rona there is not everything. It's actually not everything.
How many people showed up?
About 200.
That's nice.
Yeah, for the first business. Where?
Like that's an actual party. Like you'd feel a club for real.
But not the venue.
Where was it?
It was at St. George's. Because at that time, the main theme was still personal development and, you know, financial. Yeah. But I through all that, we just had a huge realization. You know, would have just gone small.
I don't know. You've vended at events. Now you want to have your own event. Okay. You're just like, these people don't know how I want it to be done.
Yeah, let's do this.
Wow.
We got tents. We got, God, the venue. We had to hustle, tell the principal, just, make it just a bit. Then we had to go to Kanjo. Apparently, if you do an event outside, you have to pay something. I don't know, you get a letter or something. Yeah. And it's 10K. I'm like, so where are we going to get this money? But we must pull through. Ethic wants money. Rono wants money. That's
money.
Crazy.
Like, I can imagine, because I've actually hosted the shame. Like, this is like such a hard topic to talk about, but mine was like more of a dinner. And in my head, I was just like, I'm going to have, my number was like 30. I was just like, I just want 30 people. I don't want a lot of people. Let's just not even talk about it, because let's just say it did not go as planned. But there's something about wanting to do something and see it succeed. Like, you don't even think about it failing. Like, I know that feeling of trying. Like, you even get anxious, but there's a reason why I'm feeling like this, and I want to see what will happen. What's the worst? I won't die. And I feel like that was it for me, And there's something about failing and coming back. Like, the comeback is always like the story. You see the fact that now you have a story to tell. Yeah, if you didn't try all those times, I bet it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, but then what worked out? Because you've done businesses. I'm just like, how old are you again?
Okay, I'm 22.
All those businesses. Kwani ulikuwa unazifanya 1 week
like 6 months. Now I think my problem was you'd give up on something so fast because I wanted results like now. Yeah. Because currently I'm still venturing into the fashion business, which was the same thing that I did before, but I just didn't give it enough time. Yeah. Because right now we comfortably make a lot of sales. Like in a day we can sell 7 bikinis. In a week we can sell 10. Depending on like at least now I'm well aware of there's something called marketing. Like you have to invest in marketing.
Very true.
Like I'm currently taking a course on LinkedIn. It's a free course in digital marketing. Like just to understand this thing called marketing. Because you can have the best product. You can be the best person. But if you don't know how to sell yourself and sell your brand, nothing's going to work out. Like that has been my biggest takeaway.
I feel like you have so much to say, at such a young age about like businesses, and it's all from experience. That's why you sound so. I'm just here like wow. Like I've started. Have I like my first business, which is my only business right now? I think that's the only time I thought about doing a business, and I was just like I just wanted to do it at first to like get a certain goal. And then when I attained it, I was like, now I owe people clothes. Like people want more. So in my head, I'm like, now I have to give out. But I don't think I would be that, what's the word? I think resilient. Like I wouldn't be that persistent in like going back to doing it. Like I feel like if I failed the first time, because the number of times when I started, I'd get like, there are times where you post and you're just like, Kwani, I'm talking to myself.
Wow.
Hi people, I've just posted. Kwani, you're not buying. Kwani, where's the money?
Kwani, you're not my friend.
I know. You even, like, at some point, you even feel like you're begging your friends, like the people you know. Like, Kwani, you've not seen that? It's your size. It's exactly, like, so you buy it. What? And it gets so, like, there's a desperate moment. So I'm really, like, I'm wowed by the fact that you've done this and tried and done it again and tried and failed and done it again. So what's your end goal at the point? Like right now, what is that thing that you found? This actually works for me and I'm going to go with it.
At the moment, it's the 3 businesses that I've told you. It's the fashion, because I love fashion. It's the Levitate, because like I said, I'm all about empowering people, inspiring people, motivating people. Everyone needs someone, you know, but not everyone has someone. Very so true. If I could be that someone that everyone has, okay, not everyone, but you get the point. That would really be good, because I really believe Kenya has so much potential. Like Kenya has so much potential, but we sleep on it. And the people who we look up to aren't really the best role models, if I may say.
Gatekeepers.
It is what it is, you know.
It's actually very true. It's very true, because everyone who is at the top, they just want to be there.
Yeah.
Like wako tuko. And then also I feel like the people who are down here are so demotivated. Like there's no source of motivation. You feel like there's no hope.
Yeah.
Like now for you coming out and being that person for your tribe, because I feel like your audience is practically your tribe. The people who listen to you, and I'm sure the people who come to you and they tell you, I listened to you and I started a business, and you're just like, I'm glad. Like this is actually why I do what I do.
Exactly.
Which is very nice.
Because at the end of the day, I always think about my children. You know, like in 10 years time, I don't want my kids to suffer.
Yeah, very true.
Like if we're going to, let's go to Dubai. Okay, you want what? Ebu we go. Ebu let's do. Because even me, I'll be like, hey, that cool, mom, you know.
Yeah.
But again, it's not just about the lifestyle. But I think it's because I'm a firstborn. And I've seen my father, he's really into business. He's just been doing business. And I really look up to him, honestly. Like he's just, you know, he's a go-getter and he just, you know. Yeah. And then I'm a firstborn. I'm the first girl. Everyone's just looking up to me like, you know, like, hey,
what are you doing?
So there's that pressure, but it's a good kind of pressure because it keeps me on my toes. Like I can't sleep knowing one day, God forbid, if anything happens to my parents,
you're
like I'm the one in charge. I can't be sleeping like, you know what, you're being lazy.
Can't lazy around. You can't. I feel like if we were friends, we'd just be talking about business the whole time. Like I honestly feel like those are the conversations we'd have, because you're so, like I feel like I'm even going to DM you after this and ask you, okay, tell me, what are you saying again about financial freedom? Like you've actually really told me like a lot of useful things. So what is the one thing, like onto the now, like a bit less serious questions, what is the one thing that you think about when you're alone?
Pay.
Hard question, I know.
So hard. The one thing I think about most when I'm alone, happiness. Like
lack
I just
of
want
it.
to be happy.
Oh,
I just want to be happy. Like I just think when I'm alone, I just think about me achieving my goals. Like I think it's an obsession. I think I've just come to terms with it.
That you're obsessed with the idea of just making it.
Just making it. You know, the whole process. I just want to be happy. Like for me, it's just happiness. And happiness comes from that point of first loving yourself, truly loving those around you, understanding that you have flaws, understanding things won't always go right. Like I'm constantly searching for a better me every single day, you know.
Wow.
I think that for me is just happiness.
Wow. Wow, your boyfriend must be so lucky.
You speak.
You're so... you're just
please.
like my dad says this thing. Nataka mtoto ako laini. Sasa uko laini. I feel like uko laini. There my dad would say it. Uko laini kabisa, you know. Okay, so what is your type of music? What music do you listen to? Soul.
Yeah, I'm an old soul.
Wow.
I'm old. I think I was reincarnated. You know, maybe I'm a 70-year-old.
Okay, so if you're going to listen to one song for the rest of your life, which song would it be?
Don't worry about a thing. That one.
Everything's gonna be alright. Wow, that's such a nice song.
Yeah,
that's a feel-good song.
Yeah, you have to motivate yourself. Feel happy.
Wow.
Akinyi, I'm so... As in, you just have to be happy, you know.
No, it's a good obsession. I like it. I like it. We've already talked about how your high school was. So what is that one thing that you tell your younger self if she was here in front of you? What would you tell her?
I'd tell her that she should go for it no matter what. Like fear is an illusion. Just go for it. Even if you're scared, just do it. Tajuli Mbele. Just do it.
Fear is an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Guys, fear is an illusion in capital letters, guys.
Underlined. In bold.
In bold, italics. Last question. I wanted you to, like, if you're given 15 seconds of fame and like the whole world is hearing you right now, because you've talked about being that person. I know, pressure. You've talked about being that person that people don't have, and I feel like a lot of people don't have that. Like, we have social media, yes, we have all these sources of information, but people don't have that direct channel to be told you can do this, you can do that. What would you tell the world?
What?
Or like young people? Let's just frame it like young people.
Pressure. So I'd tell young people to first invest in themselves. Like, investing in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. Like, it reap the highest interest.
No.
You can't go through life thinking about what you see on social media. Honestly,
sure.
I've gotten to a point where I have actually deleted my social media.
Before?
No, now. Like yesterday, I've deleted WhatsApp and Instagram.
Okay.
Because I'm just like, Ebu, just a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see who I am without all this. Like, young people should be at a space where you understand who you are. Like, understand who you are, understand what you're good at, discover your strengths, understand what you don't like. Because at the end of the day, when you get into relationships, when you get into business, how you relate with money, it's all a reflection of how you feel inside. If you're insecure, that's how you're going to project it in relationships. That's how you'll just keep spending all your money. You won't make critical decisions and whatnot. And we don't want that for our country, do we?
We don't.
We don't. So just love yourself, understand who you are, and better yourself every day. Read books.
Wow. Wow, so much wisdom, guys. So much wisdom. Like, wow. I'm here. Wow. Like, you've changed my life.
Yeah, wow. Oprah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you learned a few things, or like one or two, because my life has changed. If your life hasn't changed, by the way, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, as Whitney has told us, replay the whole video and watch it again, because I am sure I'm going to do that. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye bye. Mwah.